I don't know. Unbelievable how Real Madrid is not doing not even nearly enough, considering that they need to win this game to qualify for the finals.
It almost feels like they're just content.
As City just scored a goal.
Okay, now they can't be content anymore. Now they're going to have to go on the front foot. And
All hell will break loose now. Let me see who scored the goal. This I'm watching the game. They left everybody wide open. Was that Mares? Yeah, from in the first post. Jesus Christ! How did Courtois let that one in? Anyways, we'll see what Real Madrid is gonna do now. Now it's time for them to get it on and see if they can do anything about it or not.
they're going to need a Herculean effort, to say the least. I didn't think I'd have to say that about Real Madrid in the second leg of a semifinal, down a goal in a major competition, but yeah,
Yeah.
I have no words at this point.
It wouldn't be the first time that they pulled out a miracle of some sorts, but the more they open up right now, easier it's going to be for Manchester City to create chances. Uh, Honestly, I don't think that Real Madrid can do it here. So I think we're going to have another English finals for the second time in a row in the Champions League.
Yeah, it's again, I'm still kind of flabbergasted with that right now.
What are you thinking about that Australian A League matchup, Chris?
Another game that I'm kind of scratching my head as to how that happens, but
Melbourne City had 25 shots, 4 shots on target, 6 blocked shots, 11 corner kicks. They even got a red card at the end. I guess it was a lot of frustrations that they had to let out, but they've hit a post a couple of times. Of all of that, they couldn't score a freaking goal in that. Unbelievable.
I thought they got a red card, and I thought maybe that had something to do with it,
No, that was at the end
but
of the game.
that's what I was gonna say. Then I looked, and that it was the fourth minute of stoppage time, so there was really no no excuse for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you have any bets going on?
Well, I had a couple. A lot of my stuff is the Copa Sudamericana and Libertadores for tonight, but I parlayed those with both teams scoring over 2.5 in this Champions League game. So we'll see.
Well,
I need a lot of
you know
help.
what? I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least one or two more goals in this one, since what has to happen now is for Real Madrid to open up and attack. I had actually got an offer on one of my books to take De Bruyne to have 1 shot on target and Benzema to have at least 2 shots on target for like plus almost plus 300. But the thing is, the entire Real Madrid team doesn't have a single shot on target. So unless Benzema kicks twice in the net now, I'm not sure that's going to be a winning bet. So
It's we've got a long way to go, but it's okay.
yeah,
Got games tomorrow to look at as well.
yeah, we got 4 of those tomorrow. Hopefully, they're going to be better than this one today, Chris. So let's start with that Europa League matchup. Eintracht Frankfurt and West Ham for tomorrow. It's being played in Germany. We know that Eintracht has won the first leg 2-1 on the road. Once again, they had a ton of their fans, much more than it's actually allowed to. So I'm not sure how they pulled that one again. But what are your thoughts about this one, Chris?
It's difficult because this is really, I think, Frankfurt's last thing that they really have to play for this year. I don't think they're not going to challenge for anything domestically. They don't have the Pokal to play for. This is basically the be all end all for Frankfurt for the rest of the season. And almost the same thing for West Ham. They're still fighting, I think, for one of the European spots in the Premier League, but I'm having a hard time remembering what I gave out in the video. But I think as the time gets closer to the game, I think I'm leaning towards both teams to score in over 2.5. I think this is just going to be a wide open game. I think it's going to see goals on both sides. I could see 2-1 whichever way you have it ending up, but either way, I like this one to get over 3 and for both teams to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, you know what? West Ham is in sixth place, if I'm not mistaken, in the EPL standings right now, which is the Conference League spot, and they have a quite difficult schedule to play until the end of the season. And since they're still playing in the Europa League, they're gonna have tough time winning any points. At the moment, they're fighting to stay on that Conference League spot. But the good news for them is if they get to the finals, they might qualify for the Champions League if they win the Europa League. But for that to happen, they need to win here. And honestly, I think they will. I'm leaning towards West Ham in this one. I still think they're a much better team than Eintracht is. They're playing in a stronger competition than Eintracht is, and overall they have had better season, especially in the domestic league. So plus 170 on West Ham on the money line. I like that, but I would also consider taking West Ham to advance to next stage. You just pull this up. The price of that is probably around what are we looking here? Plus 260 on West Ham to advance.
I mean, I don't think that's a terrible. That's great value on that play, but I would lean towards maybe if you're going to go that route, I would maybe just go with West Ham on the money line. I know they have to obviously push for the win here to try to get to the next stage, but just in case it does go to extra time, yeah, the West Ham to qualify will get you extra time, but again, something just tells me this gets decided in 90 minutes. The safety net of extra time is probably nice, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna if you're gonna lean to a side, I probably would lean towards West Ham, but their form on the road has been far from convincing for me.
Well, Eintracht hasn't been that great at home,
Fair.
and overall in Bundesliga they have been horrible this season. They haven't been. I mean, they have been scoring a decent number of goals, but they haven't been defending well at all. And it makes me wonder how much longer they can separate Bundesliga from the Europa League, because in Bundesliga they can't beat anyone. While in the Europa League, we know that they have beaten Barcelona, they have beaten West Ham on the road last week. I'm not sure they can do it the third time now. So uh, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. I do see West Ham getting a win, maybe 1-0 in the 90 minutes, and then we'll see what's gonna happen in the overtime.
It's definitely not my favorite game. I think on Thursday's card, but it's one of the marquee ones. So
Which was your favorite?
yeah, we'll get to that one later when we get to the conference league conference.
Ooh, let me guess, Feyenoord and Marseille.
Shh, don't spoil it.
What about Rangers and Leipzig, Chris?
I think I like the under in that game. I think that I still think Rangers are going to struggle to score, and I don't see Leipzig having an easy time themselves to try to build on their win in the first leg. So I think it's 1-0 again, maybe 1-1 if Leipzig settles for the draw there and Rangers really can't break through. So yeah, I like the under 2.5 in that one.
Yeah, I don't think that under is a bad pick here. I personally don't like the unders. I rarely play the under, but in this game, I think it's highly likely. Rangers is not a bad team, especially at home. They can defend and they can score goals. Now we know that they are out of the time in the Scottish Premiership to win the title, but getting to the semifinals of the Europa League, that's a nice success for this team. But I'm not sure that they have the quality or the depth to compete with this Leipzig team. Yes, Leipzig has lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach in Bundesliga this last weekend, but doesn't mean that their form will suddenly just decline. They're still a great team that can score a lot of goals and a team that has been playing extremely well since the turn of the year. So uh, I do like Leipzig with the money line, honestly, plus 102 right now, and I think that's something I might go with.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find. There was a same game parlay I saw, and you could take if you really like both teams to score, you could go that route. But I found Leipzig to qualify, both teams to score, and Christopher and Nkunku over 0.5 shots on target for plus 200. So at
What
that
scares
point,
me here, yeah,
uh,
what scares me here is that I'm not sure we're gonna see goal on both sides.
yeah, and that's what I was going to say. That's the only wrinkle in that. If you really just, I mean, if heavy juice what you're into, if you're looking for a parlay piece or part for like a double like we normally give out here, you could take Leipzig to qualify and Nkunku over 0.5 shots on target. That's minus 300. So it's a hefty price. But again, if you're looking for something to maybe build on a parlay with that, I don't think that might be too bad of an option.
Yeah. Well, Benzema just had a shot on target, so hopefully he gets one more so I can win my bet. But
Well, there you go.
I just hope that they count that as a shot on target. Since goalkeeper saved it, I guess it was a shot on target.
Yeah, I would guess so.
One would hope. He has two shots off target, so I don't know.
Yeah, you
That
don't.
doesn't help me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't care at this point. You're
Okay, Chris, Conference League. Let's hear that favorite game you have.
Goran's like just fire it from the other end of the field as long as it hits the goalie. I don't care. Um,
Yeah, just take a
yeah,
shot from the center
yeah,
field.
right. I'm gonna go with go and spoil it. Marseille Feyenoord. I still like both teams to score here. Yeah, you could even go both teams scoring over 2.5, but I think both teams to score might be my favorite bet on the entire card. These are just two teams that are going to be on the front foot. They're going to press offensively. I think they're just looking to try to bury the other team and just try to build enough of a lead that they can just sort of sit on it. I think I might also like the over 1.5 goals in the second half. I think this may be a bit of a timid game to start, maybe a bit of a feeling out process. But on the flip side, I expect all the action to really come, like I shouldn't say all, but the good chunk of the action to come in the second half. Um, yeah, I think both. But I think, like I said, I think both teams to score is probably my favorite option for this game, and I'm just trying to pull up the price on it.
Both teams to score
Yeah.
minus 205.
Well, okay. Well, then I'll have to try to find a way to get that juice down. But
Yeah, the books are expecting goals here,
yeah,
so
maybe both teams to score in over 2.5, or maybe uh, I don't know. Here, I'm trying to see if I can find a way around that juice, but
both teams to score at over 2.5 is minus 127, which is not bad.
yeah.
I mean, Feyenoord's last three games in the Conference League have had combined of, let me do the quick math here. So that's five, it's nine, and then six. That's 15 goals in their last three games in the Conference League. So they have been involved in some of the highest scoring matches this season in the Conference League. So I think this is going to be the same one. The first leg ended 3-2 for Feyenoord, and this is the game where Marseille is the home team here. They have been playing mostly well as of late, both in League One and the Conference League. They are in the two-game losing streak right now, but they can still score goals. And let's be honest, Feyenoord is not that great of a defensive team. So I think that if you take both teams to score at over 2.5, you're pretty safe.
Well, the other thing, I just found this, and I think I like this just as much. I like both teams to score and over 0.5 goals in the first half. That brings that down to minus 143. I think it's a lot more attainable. Like I said, I expect there to be goals prior to the half. I just don't know if all of the main back and forth action is going to come in the first half. So I do think that at least one team gets on the score sheet in the first 45. So I like both teams to score an over 0.5 goals in the first half.
Yeah, considering how open this game should be, I think we're gonna see goals in both halves. In the first leg, we saw. Wait, let me pull this up real quick. How many goals did we saw in the first half? In the first half, we saw 4 goals. So
Let's see
only
here.
one in the second half. So
Both teams to score. Um,
Real Madrid is hanging by the thread here. Jack Grealish just rolled them around like a bunch of school kids. What about that second game, Chris?
All right, before we just move to that second game quickly, I just want to mention this. You could take both teams to score in the first half and the second half. Same game parlay plus 850.
Oh, whoa! You know what? But that's not that far away from the Real.
That
I
it's
think
it's a viable option. Like it's definitely a
it is.
possibility given how the first leg went. But
If there is gonna be a game where this is a possibility, it's gonna be this one.
yeah, I was going to say also, but take it with a grain of salt because remember the Real Madrid game 4-3 in the first leg and then hasn't necessarily panned out like that in the second leg. But again, I think we could be onto something with goals here. But yeah, that Roma Leicester game I think is going to be very very interesting.
Yeah, the first leg ended in a 1-1 draw, Chris,
Yeah,
and that was a late goal from Leicester, if I'm not mistaken. It was what? No, actually, it wasn't. It was 67th minute own goal by Roma, and Leicester was actually pretty dominant in that match. They had 68% of possession, but only two shots on target. Of those 30 shots in total, they had 11 corner kicks. I mean, they pretty much dominated every aspect of the game. They just couldn't score a goal. We'll see if they can fix that in this second leg.
yeah. You know what? I still think though, and I'm go. I went back and forth on this one a little bit because obviously, Leicester they're a talented team, and getting to the semifinals of the conference league or the conference league not a fluke. But I think I'm still going with Roma here. Like you said, if it wasn't for that own goal, we could be talking about Roma coming back from a 1-0 win on the road, coming back home, just trying to lock
Sorry
up.
to interrupt you. Real Madrid just scored a goal.
Ooh, okay, that makes things interesting. We
Let
can,
me just see who was it.
if it's,
Was it Benzema?
I hope so.
No,
It wasn't,
he
was
had
it?
an assist. It was Vinicius Junior. No, that's Rodrigo, not Vinicius Junior.
Oh, well, again, one more, and I'll at least have something still on the line for one of my bets for later. But yeah, I still like Roma. Like I said, if it wasn't for that own goal, we could be talking about Roma coming into the second leg up 1-0 and basically just trying to nurse their lead and just hold on. And it's worth noting that Roma's lost only 3 times at home across all competitions. So I think Leicester might be in a little bit of an issue here, and I think Roma gets the win in 90 minutes and takes their spot in the final.
Yeah, you know what? Leicester has been far from consistent this season. First, they were struggling on the defensive end. Then they somewhat improved in that part of the game, but then they are struggling with scoring goals. They are out of pretty much everything in the EPL. They are not in any of the European spots, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do this real quick. They are in 11th place, which means they will not be seeing Europe and all. Real Madrid just scored another one. Holy crap. Looks like we're going to the overtime.
Oh my god!
What the hell is happening?
Well, there you go.
They don't do anything for 90 minutes and then they score two goals? Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, where was I?
Gordon, now Gordon's got to refocus. He's lost the plot.
I hate what's happening right now. I mean, I'm happy because we actually have a video parlay that's still alive right now. Real Madrid over 2.5 and TFC and Cincinnati over 2.5. So at least that. But
Yeah, Rodrigo again.
yeah, well, that's a super sub.
When did he come out the hat? I'm just trying to find it. Did he come off it? Yeah, 68th minute. 68th minute, and you come on and alter a major semifinal.
Right in the Champions League semifinals.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's just the makings of a cult hero. You're gonna see you're gonna. I guarantee you, over the next couple of months, the names of children, names of newborn babies, the amount of Rodrigos we are gonna see is probably a little bit obscene.
So the aggregate is now 5-5. Plus, we have about 4 minutes left to be played.
You know what though? Here's the thing. I don't see. I don't see anything saying that we're done here by any stretch. 4 minutes is a ton of time given everything that's just happened.
I just hope that my book will count the overtime for Benzema's shots on target.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that.
Me neither. Anyways, back to Leicester. Like I was saying, they are struggling pretty much throughout the entire season. They still have a few injuries. They did get Jamie Vardy back, but he's not back to his old goal scoring form just yet. But I think that Leicester can score at least one goal here. And at minus 120 for both teams to score, I'm pretty sure I'll be taking that on something.
Yeah, I think so too. Sorry, I'm just busy putting in a bet on Real Madrid to score the fourth goal at plus 1400.
Plus 1400.
It's worth putting $10 on in case they complete one of the most insane comebacks I think in Champions League history, and with 3 goals in the 90 minutes plus.
Now, Chris, we got a Serie A matchup tomorrow, actually. It's Salernitana and Venezia,
Yep.
with Salernitana on a roll right now, undefeated in their last 4 games, and they are actually at the brink of exiting the relegation zone right now.
Yeah, and it was just I they Salernitana just pulled off a big upset. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm trying to find the
Atalanta, I
There you go.
believe.
Yeah, yeah. It was yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, could you imagine if Salernitana had played like this for even 4 or 5 more games this season? They would be safely, and they'd be probably sitting that 12th or 13th spot around Udinese or Bologna. But I guess it's that case of better late than never. Oh, sorry, they drew Atalanta. They drew
Yeah.
with Atalanta. They beat Fiorentina, Udinese, and Sampdoria. So I think the thing with Salernitana is that they're just doing a good job at beating who they have to beat right now, and
Yeah.
that's the key, obviously, in this relegation battle. But again, this is gonna be nip and tuck. Because let's not forget Venezia is in 20th right now, but they're what, 6 points from safety, I think,
Yeah.
with a game in hand. Again, the same thing for Salernitana. So I think I like both teams to score in this one. I'm seeing crazy odds for Salernitana to win and both teams to score at plus 290. But I just in case Venezia decides to show up and Salernitana puts up a bit of a clunker and a bit of what many could consider a letdown spot. But I'm not going to say a look ahead spot, but you're coming off of being unbeaten in 4 straight, and now you play the last place team, and I don't know. That I think that this means too much for Salernitana for that to happen. But again, I think both teams to score just the way I'm looking in this one.
Yeah, you know what? I remember writing an article about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, for one of the Salernitana's games. And at that point, they were still in the last place in the standings. They were so far away from safety that I said in that article, there's no way Salernitana is staying in the league. They're getting relegated. Now I can eat my words because look at them now. They're only 2 points from safety. And I mean, Salernitana at minus 121 at home in their current form against Venezia, the team that hasn't won a game for how long? They are on a 9 game losing streak. They haven't won a game since mid February. So I'm taking Salernitana on the money line. So whatever happens, happens. I don't care.
It's not a bad option. I'm at a point where it's just like the outside optics of it is it's still the 18th place team against 20th. So it's not necessarily a game I think I could talk myself into going heavy on, but from a side perspective, I think obviously the value is with Salernitana, but again, I think I think both teams to score probably where I feel most comfortable being in that game because I think minus 125 for both teams to score given how much this game means to both sides. Probably where I'm going to be.
Well, Chris, it's overtime in Madrid, so I know what I'll be doing for the next half hour. So,
Recording
what are
videos.
you? No, we'll be that faster. But let's get on with the parlay for tomorrow, Chris.
Yeah, and you already know where I'm going.
Over 2.5 in favored.
Now, just both teams to score.
Oh, just both teams to score, eh?
Both teams to score. Marseille and Feyenoord.
You know what that is? That's a cowardly move, Chris.
Wow. Okay. Okay. We're gonna. Okay. Okay. Fine. We're going. I'll go plus 290. How about that? I
All right,
thought.
you'll take me.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will take. I will take. Let's see what. I know that I'm not touching Australia, and I know this weekend they can suck it. Uh, no, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I'll take something here. I'll take. Huh. Okay, so wait, you had both teams to score in this conference league matchup.
Yeah, because I'm apparently taking the coward's way out. All the
No,
flack,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
all I was gonna say, all the flack I get about not being able to hit the parlay, and then the one time that I gave out a play that I'm arguably the best I've felt since I've come back to doing the soccer show, and it's the cowards play. Uh,
uh, wait. No, this is too expensive. Dang it. I think I will take both teams to score in Eintracht and West Ham.
I'm getting what the hell? I'm getting an error message. That's what I'm getting.
It's too good to bet on it,
There
Chris.
you go. Yeah, see, that's exactly it.
Okay,
I got
so
plus one
guys,
forty two.
how much?
Plus 142.
Okay, I have it at plus 138 here. So guys, we have Marseille and Feyenoord in the Conference League, both teams to score, and Eintracht versus West Ham in the Europa League, both teams to score as well. Plus 142 or plus 138 depends on your book, but they're all pretty close here. So let's hope we get that one for tomorrow. We did mention that Salernitana game as well. I do like Salernitana on the money line a lot. Chris likes both teams to score. Might happen, but I just don't see Venezia getting the win here, to be honest. And the extra time has started, Chris, so we better rush those videos.
Yeah, you know me. It's Goran that's the diva here. It's got to sit in the makeup chair before he comes on the videos. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. uh, anyways, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us once again. Make sure you hit that like button. We do have what 4 or 5 videos coming up on YouTube later on today, so make sure you check those out. And that's it. Let's hope that Manchester City gets to the finals in this one.
Speak for yourself.
You want Real Madrid to get
I
to the
don't know.
final?
I honestly I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Oh. That's it, guys. Let's hope you win some money on today's picks, whatever you have, NHL, NBA, or baseball, or whatever. Don't forget about that MLS matchup that we have going on later today. And actually, there's a Seattle Sounders playing against Pumas in the CONCACAF Champions League as well. The first leg was 2-2. Benzema just had another shot on target.
I will say this for your play. I had Benzema as an anytime goal scorer, and they cut it off at 90 minutes. So
I know that they do that for goal scorers. I'm not sure if they do it for
well,
shots on target. I guess we'll see.
yeah, there you go. If you hear Goran profusely swearing tomorrow on the show about how he got screwed over, well, you know what happened.
Exactly. That's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern.